Tonight on Rolling with the Beard, we're reviewing Iwari. Iwari is an abstract area control game for 2 to 5 players. And man, is it pretty. Some amazing artwork going on in this game. Some nice components as well. Humanity is in its infancy, living in scattered tribes in the forest, tundra, coasts, glaciers, and desert. On Iwari, there are no teeming masses, no story. There's no theme to this game. It is an abstract area control game. But who cares? Because did you see how pretty it is? Iwari is actually a fairly simple game. During a player's turn, they can play up to 3 cards, placing 2 of their pieces into one region. For instance, a player may play one of these green cards to place one of their tents in a green region, and then you have the option of playing 2 matching cards as one wild card. And then they might place one of their totems into that green region. Got it! Great! Let's move on! In Iwari, there are 2 scoring phases. The first scoring phase only scores the tents, and it takes place after the draw deck has been depleted. The player with the majority of tents in a region scores 1 point per tent in that region. So in this case, orange would score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. In second place, blue has the second majority, and they would score 1 point for each tent belonging to the player with the most. So blue, in this instance, would score 1, 2, 3 points. Got it! Great! Let's move on! The second scoring phase takes place after the draw deck has depleted again, for a second and final time in the game. The second scoring phase not only scores the tents in the same manner in which we score them in the first phase, but you also score the totems, and you score anything that they call a settlement. And a settlement is when you have 4 tents in a row. A settlement scores 1 point per tent, so in this instance, 1, 2, 3, 4 points for orange. Scoring totems is a little funky. Players score totems for the majority in both territories, so you don't actually score the totems in one territory, but the connection between the two. Players with total majority in both territories receive 1 point for each totem in both territories, regardless of the color. So in this instance, orange has 1 totem here and 2 totems there, therefore having the majority in both regions, so they would score a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Now, over here, orange has totems in both of these regions, but they don't have the majority here. Blue has the majority there, so orange would not score anything in this case. It is strange, because you have to have the majority in both regions, making it pretty difficult to obtain those points. So for me, what sets Iwari apart from all the other abstract-ish area control games is the funky scoring. Once you get used to it though, and it clicks with everybody, it's actually pretty neat. I'm confident in saying that if you pick up Iwari, the first night you play it, you'll play at least 2 consecutive games. The gameplay is simple and fast. It actually took us just under an hour to play our first game, and this was with 4 players that had never previously played Iwari. And to be honest, about 15 minutes of that hour-long first game that we played was one player reading the rules out loud to the rest of the table, which can kill any game night, trying to interpret the rules differently for the totem scoring to benefit them. It was me. I'm that guy. So I'm giving Iwari a solid 7 out of 10. Does it replace other area control games in my collection? Absolutely not. It does not replace Small World. It doesn't replace El Grande. It doesn't replace any of those games. Is there still a space for it on my shelf? I am definitely making space for it on my shelf. Largely due to it being easy to teach, minus the weird scoring. But after a game or 2, it should click with all the players at the table. So in conclusion, Iwari, I'd pick it up. Solid choice. Thanks for watching another episode of Rolling with the Beard. Click that subscribe button and join us again. Thanks for watching.